Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zheng Kong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dukden Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the group practice this evening, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, the savior of the netherworld. Sumu, Tanzan Gatso, Duden Siddhi, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, everyone. How do you do?
你好，大家好。愛してる。Sarange. Hola, amigo. Que quiero mucho. Sugoi. Ichiwa. Kimochi. Yumi. Yapi. Pirin pirin. Konbanwa. 心照，感恩。今天我们修这个。
Today, we practice Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva as the Yidam, mean meditational deity. After I got onto this Dharma seat, from beginning to end, I didn't know where I was. From beginning to end. I did. Only toward the end, I woke up. So during the merit dedication, I also did not know what I was saying. Every time during the group practice at the Seattle Lezang Temple, I'm always this way. And it will not happen tomorrow at the Rainbow Temple. This is strange. Should we change this Dharma seat into a Dharma bed? Make it a little bigger. Otherwise, I might fall from this seat. Today we practice the Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva Dharma practice, and Siddhigarbha is one of Grandmaster's three Yidams. In the past, the first Buddhas and Bodhisattvas that I saw was Golden Mother, second was Amitabha Buddha, and the third one was Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva.
那么，其实这三尊呢的建立，
Actually, these three deities,
我们常常讲地藏王
vows,
菩萨的愿力，叫大
we
愿
often say that the
地藏
vow
王
of
菩萨，
Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva,
他的
which
愿
is
力
in his
是
name,
最
the
大的，
great
所以我们称为
vow
大愿地
Bodhisattva,
藏王菩萨。
because he has the
地藏
greatest
王菩萨
vow.
的
That's why
愿
we
力
refer to
宏深，
Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva with the greatest vow.
他没有想到，他只是讲说这个地狱不空啊，誓不成佛。
So he said that
但是
he
按照
vowed
佛
not
经
to
里面
become
所
a Buddha
佛
unless hells
讲
are empty. But according to the
佛
Buddhist
曾
sutras,
经有三不能，
that the Buddha had three
其中有一个不能，
incapabilities,
就是
so
不能
three things
度
that
众生
he
尽。
cannot do. One is cannot deliver
佛不能够把众生
sentient beings
全部度尽，
completely. He
还有这
cannot
个三不能其
exhaust
中的一个不能，
and deliver
佛
all
不
the
能
sentient
度众
beings.
生尽。
This is one of them.
佛居然不能度众生尽，那么地狱如何会空？
If that's the case,
地狱就
how
本来就
can
不会空。
hells ever become
但是他
empty?
发了愿，不要叫说
But
地狱
his
如果不
vow
空，
was that
他
if
不成佛，
hells are not empty,
那地藏王
he
菩萨就
vowed
永远
not
就
to
是地藏
become a
王菩萨。
Buddha. Therefore,
他不会成
Siddhigarbha
佛。
Bodhisattva is a bodhisattva forever. He would never become a Buddha.
今天师尊的这个回向，
So in Grandmaster's
Just
merit
希望
dedication today,
地狱
I pray
能够
that
所有的
hells,
幽冥众也能够度尽。
the hell beings and the spirits can be delivered completely. All the hell
也
beings
让地
and
藏王菩
spirits
萨能够成佛，
can be delivered completely,
就是在
so
回向
that
当中，
Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva
我
can
讲到
become a Buddha. That's what I said during the merit dedication.
很多事情也不一定可能或者不可能，有些事情不可能也会发生。
There are,
希望
it's
这
hard
个
to say
地藏
the
王菩萨
possibles or the
能够
impossibles.
把地狱的
Some
众生
impossible
众
things do
生
happen.
完全通通都度尽。
So I hope that Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva can completely deliver all sentient beings in the nether world. 我们先讲几个笑话哈。 Let me first share a few jokes.
这个老师跟小明讲，
The teacher told
明
Xiaoming,
天请你妈妈到学校一趟。
please ask your mom to come to
小
school
明问
tomorrow.
老师，
And
我
小明
想问一
asked,
个问题，
can I ask you one
为什么
question?
每次都是找我
Why
妈妈来学校，
did you
而
always
不是
ask
找
my
我
mom
爸
to
爸？
come to school and never my dad?
这个老师讲了，
And the teacher
你爸爸
replied, your
也
dad?
是我的学生，
He was my student too.
我了解他，所以我不找他来。
Because I knew what he's about. That's
小明
why
没办法，只要讲好，所以老师找他，
the teacher
找他妈
doesn't
妈
want to
来。
ask for the dad.
他说，这个老师的意思是说，你爸
So
爸
what the
也是我
teacher
教
meant
的，
was that I
他的
taught
成
your
绩
dad.
如何我知道，
So I
所以
knew
我不找
about
他来。
how well he did in school.
这个有一个老阿伯，在公
There's
园呢
an
打
old
太极
man
拳，
was doing Tai Chi in the park. And he looked very strong and vigorous. So I was curious, so I approached him and asked, so is that the benefit of your exercise? And then the old man said, okay, yeah, you can see. I will stand here, and why don't you try to push me with as much force as you can exert? And I did. And then I had to pay $60,000 for his medical expenses. That's how the old man earned money. Today I went to the driving school, and the instructor asked me to what is that called? To hit the turning light. What do you call that? And then what I did is I walked out of the car and then hit the light. And the instructor dismissed him, and he still didn't know what went on. This is a play of words in Chinese. Okay, now we'll get on to the main topic. Question from Singapore. Lianhua Sisen, the precious Grandmaster Amitabha, your disciple in Singapore, Lianhua Sisen. What's so funny? What's funny? Is it funny? What's funny? What is so funny about that? I don't know.
祝师尊佛安，莲花师生希望请教师尊一些问题。
Would like to ask a few questions.
三净肉是眼不见杀，
three kinds of pure
耳不闻
meat
杀，因为
is
己所杀。
it is
师尊说过，这是如来
the
的方
animal
式。
was killed without us seeing it, without us hearing it, and it's not for our sake.
自己买生鱼，
So Grandmaster said that this was for convenience for
他们
us.
会觉得
But my
弟
friends
子买
always
死鱼、
bought
死螃蟹，
live fish,
这是
live
天耳
crabs,
盗铃的做法。因
and
为食弱者的需要。
yet they said that this is like stealing the bell while closing off our ears.
So,
but because of their requirements, so there are many more killings of these animals. So how should I explain this to my friends? Whether the animals were killed directly or indirectly. So he said something like I don't know if this was said by the Buddha, but it was just mentioned generally in Buddhism about 3 kinds of pure meat. Is when the animals was killed without us seeing it, without us hearing it, or not for us. They're not killed just for us.
就叫三净肉。
These are called the 3 kinds of pure meats or clean meats.
所以他如何去解释这种事情？
How should he explain this to his friends?
这个怎么回答？也是蛮难解释的啊。
How should we answer? It's quite difficult to
有
explain.
意见吗？
Any opinions anywhere?
你能够很圆满的回答这个问题的，就请举手。
If you can give a good answer, please raise your hand.
对于三净肉，
The issue of the 3 kinds of clean meats. If you have any issues about
能够圆
this,
满回答他问
or if you
他这个问
can
题。
give a good, perfect answer, please raise your hand.
其实，在美国这个问题相当困难。
Actually, this is a very difficult issue in
很多都
America
是做餐馆的。
because many of the disciples are in the restaurant business.
他一定要杀生的。
If you open a restaurant, they have to kill.
没有什么三净肉。
There is no such thing as the 3 kinds, 4, 5 kinds of clean meat.
本来就是杀生。
Because it is killing.
那怎么办呢？
Then, what should we
所以
do?
我常常讲，做餐馆的要常常念。
That's why I keep encouraging those in the restaurant business to always chant the deliverance mantras anytime at any place.
观想这些生物，
Visualizing all
能够往
these
生到佛国净土，到更好的境界。
beings can go to a better realm, to go to the Pure Land.
我记得我母亲呢，
I remember my
她那时
mother,
候，她有时候也杀鸡，
sometimes would kill a chicken or a duck.
杀鸡杀鸭，因为她有杀，那别
And
人
because
那
she
些
killed,
有些佛教徒，他不敢杀。
unlike some other Buddhists
我将来
that don't
给我
dare
妈
to
妈
kill, so they brought those animals to our
妈妈会
house
念一个偈，
for my mother to kill, and my mom would chant
用
this
她是用台
phrase
湾话念的。
in Taiwanese.
做鸡做叫无了时，
It's endless to be birds or
我
chickens.
你赶紧去出世。
I give you,
也就是
I
说，
liberate you
做鸡
to
或者
end,
是做
so you end your suffering.
无了时，无了时
So it's
让你赶
endless
快
to
去
be
转世。
chickens or birds. So I
单
let
纯这
you
个，他就念这个偈，然后就杀了。
end your suffering and be reborn sooner and then kill.
那么我们在美国很多都是做，
And many of
或者在欧
us
洲
in
很多是做
America
餐
or
馆，
Europe,
像以前那个德国的人
in
治，
the restaurant
他们都
business,
是做餐馆，
like the Rinzi chapter
所以
in
他们同
German,
修的，很早的时候同修是很晚，
were in the restaurant business. That's
然后
why
收
their
拾
group
完了，
practice
以后
were
半
very
夜再
late,
同修。
like at midnight,
哦，那时候德
because
国人治堂是这样，
after they closed their restaurants and
跟做餐馆，
cleaned
做
up
餐馆哪有
and
说
had
不杀
the
生
group
的道理？
practice at
一
midnight.
定有的。
So if you're in the restaurant business, of course you have to kill. No such thing as the 3 clean meat. So I taught them to chant the deliverance mantra frequently. Or you can chant
Om Manjusriya Om Apela Hom Kanta Swaha.
That's the Manjusri rebirth or deliverance mantra. Om Alapajanati, Om Manjusriya, Om Apelahom Kachala Soha. So you constantly or frequently chant these mantras. Like the dining hall of the Seattle temple. When I make offering, I always also chant those. Actually, it's quite difficult to have these 3 kinds of clean meat. So Grandmaster would like to tell this disciple in Singapore. I don't know why everybody's laughing when I say your name. So I will not call on your Dharma name then. So the lotus disciple in Singapore, my answer is, actually it's difficult to have these 3 kinds of clean meat. It is better if you just chant the deliverance mantra and visualize that they can be reborn in the Pure Lands. And then you make offerings and do this every day. And there's no need for you to explain them to friends, because there's nothing to explain. Killing without us seeing it, without us hearing it, or not for our sake. So we don't have this taboo at True Buddha School because we do bardo deliverance. And we bardo deliver all the animals. And I personally also perform bardo deliverance, which is separate from the 1,000 Dharma vessels bardo deliverance. Every day, coming home, I also do bardo deliverance for all the animals, all the beings, as long as I know of them. I would bardo deliver them all. Any one of them that I have seen, that I have heard of, or even those that I have never eaten, I would bardo deliver them all. All living beings in the Saha world, including flies, mosquitoes, cockroaches, mice, lizards, I bardo deliver them all. Ants, the tiny ones, and germs, microbes, viruses, even the COVID-19 virus, I bardo delivered. So I bardo deliver anything I can think of, or anything you can think of. You can ask me what you can think of, if I have bardo delivered them or not. I have every night. I bardo deliver. Because I know it is impossible to avoid killing. Therefore, I bardo deliver every day, every night, including all sentient beings, all the spirits, and all of those who died in wars or military people in the military, and then of course the human beings. but including those who fly in sky, those who crawls on the ground, and those who are in the water. I bear to deliver them all. Maybe you say, how about oysters? Do you know what oysters are? Of course I do. And crabs too. You divide it into many different kinds. I don't just bear to deliver crabs, but also crawfish, which exists in Taiwan. I think it's including fleas, lice, grasshoppers, butterflies. And all the insects, tiny insects. I also had crickets when I was young. And I delivered them all. Or the bacteria and viruses, the tiniest ones to the biggest ones, such as dinosaurs. I have delivered them all. And I do it every night. And whatever I can think of, whatever I have eaten. So every night I do two things. One is about the deliverance of living beings other than humans, and then about the deliverance of human beings and spirits. So the 1,000 Dharma vessels about the deliverance is for human beings, and then I also about to deliver the rest of the living beings, including snails, anything else? Anything special that you can think of? Perhaps I have forgotten it. If you tell me. Oh, the extraterrestrial beings. You're right. It's true. I haven't bothered to deliver them. And you could think of it. Oh, good brain. I thought he would say lizards. Because outside he's a tiger, but at home he's a lizard. But in Chinese they rhyme. Because lizard in Chinese is like wall tiger. And they're both tigers. But he said ETs. So tonight I will Bardo deliver them. So do more Bardo deliverance is very important. Because in Tantrayana, although we don't kill them ourselves, I disapprove of that. However, if we can avoid, we should avoid. But if you're in the restaurant business or if you're chefs, it's impossible for them to avoid killing. So it would be right that everybody continues to do Bardo deliverance. I just do Bardo deliverance.
这个小明请假，老师，我外婆去世，
asked for a day
我想
off.
回去陪葬。
Teacher,
请
my
请假
grandma
一天，
died,
希
so
望
I
能够
want
批
to
准
be cremated together with
这个学
her.
生
Can
小
you
明，
please give
老师给他批啊，
me the day off? It's a note.
你以后你如果陪葬，
And the
以后就
teacher
不能来
said,
学校上课。
if you accompanied her, then you
不是
cannot
陪
come
葬，
to school anymore. So he wrote it wrong.
要怎么讲？
How
他
should
祖
you
母
say
过
it?
世了，要怎么讲？
His grandma died.
送葬了，送葬了，
Yeah,
不能
to
讲陪葬。
send her off, not to accompany her.
有一个阿伯到 超商 要买咖啡，
A middle-aged
阿伯问
man went
咖
to
啡怎
the
么卖呢？
supermarket and
现
wanted to
在
buy
正在优惠
coffee.
啊！如果
So
第
how
二
do you
杯
sell
的话
this?
半价。
Oh, it's
阿伯
we
讲
have discount.
好，
So the
那我
second
就买
cup
第二
is
杯。
half price. And then he said, okay, I'll just buy the second cup then.
这超商的职员就讲：“阿伯，你买个脑啊！”
And the coffee.
就跟那个卖西瓜的讲，
barista
卖西瓜
said,
在路上喊，
oh,
在
it's like
路边
the
喊
watermelon
西瓜卖西
seller.
瓜，不
Watermelon,
甜的不要
watermelon.
钱。
It's free if it's
一
not
个人走
sweet.
过来说
And then someone
我要
came
买一
by
个不
and
甜
said,
的。
I want one that's
不要
not
钱。
sweet. It's free.
好，今天我们讲维摩诘经啊，
Now we will talk about Vimalakirti
这
Sutra.
个讲到我们上回讲到等观菩
Last
萨，
time we talked about the equal view
等观菩
bodhisattva, unequal view
等不等
bodhisattva,
观菩萨。
and the equal and
我做了
unequal
很多
view
的解释。
bodhisattva. And I had
那么
explained
今
at
天呢，
length.
就讲
And
定
today
自在
I will
王
talk
菩萨，
about the meditation self-mastery
定
king
自
bodhisattva,
在王菩萨。
or the bodhisattva who is a king in
这
self-mastery
个
of
菩萨的名字
meditation.
叫做定自在王。
So the name of the bodhisattva is
大家看到这个名字一
meditation
定知道，
self-mastery king.
这个一定是禅定。
So
一定是禅
hearing
定，
this name, you
在
must
禅
know
定中
it's
得
about
到自在。
meditation, and he gains
其
self-mastery
中
in
有一个
his
王是什么
meditation.
意思啊？
But what
王
does this king
就
mean
是说，
here?
他在禅定之
It
中
means
得到最高的
that in
境
his
界，
meditation he attained the
最高的境
highest
界
realm.
就是王。
So the highest realm is a king.
所以里面有称王的，就是已经到了
So
最高顶。
there are some of
到了
them
最
with
高
king in
点
their names, which means they have reached the
的一个
highest
菩萨。
realm. So this bodhisattva has reached the highest realm through meditation or
禅定
in meditation.
到底是什么？
So what
师尊
is
今天坐在法座上，
meditation?
这
Grandmaster,
个修
seated
本
here
尊这个地藏王菩萨，
during the group practice of
我刚
Siddhikapa
开始的
Bodhisattva
时
as
候还有一
Yidam,
点知觉，只修地藏
at
王菩
first I was a
萨，后
little
来
bit
就完全没
aware,
有知觉。
and then afterward I was totally
有时
unaware.
候啊，这个司仪跟我讲，
And sometimes the MC said,
禅定那么深，就让他
seeing
多
that
定个5分
Grandmaster
钟。
is in deep meditation, so we extended by 5
所
minutes.
以让我多
So
禅定5分钟。
they are empathetic toward Grandmaster.
时间禅定的时间呢，
So they
这
let
入山
Grandmaster
内地就稍微
meditate
时间长了一点。你们今
5
天有
more
没有同
minutes
行
or
师尊
longer. How about today?
啊？
Were you empathetic?
同情我，所以给我10分钟。
You extend it by 10 minutes? Is that right? No, 5 more minutes.
他们是同情我，所以让我多禅定5分钟。
So they give me another 5 minutes for meditation. So is there an empty in meditation? What are they saying?
真的，我也是定自在王。
So
你看吧，
I
这么
must
多
be
人在看我。
the
你们如果张开眼睛看我一眼，
meditation self-mastery king.
我刚刚头有没有很低？
So many
头很低啊。
people were watching me.
但是我
Was
头
my
有到最
head
后有没有
really
抬起来？
low? Yes.
啊，
Did I
你
lift
看嘛，
my
这
head
是
up?
禅定的。
Yes. See, that's meditation.
如果是睡着，他怎么懂得把头抬起来呢？ 对不
Because
对？一定是这样子。
had I been
然后
asleep,
好，就想了出定了，头才抬起来。
then
你看吧，
they would not lift.
我还没有出定以前，我头就抬得直直的。
But I could straighten my body again
这个功夫好才
in
是这样子
meditation. That's because I had the great self-mastery. I had the great mastery of it.
我有知觉，我这一次是头低很低，
I was
但是
aware
我
that
知
my
道，哎
head
呀，
was low,
大家在看，
and then I
我一脚还
realized,
慢慢抬
no,
假
everybody
装
is seeing this, so
抬起来假装禅定，
I lifted back up and pretended to be in
这
meditation.
是定自在王。
And that's meditation self-mastery king.
在任何
That's a
环境之
king
中，
in self-mastery of meditation.
行住坐卧，
See, in any
都能够这样。
circumstances, whether you walk, sit, stand, or lie down, you can be like that. Even when it's so noisy, I
在
can
法座
do
上
it.
我也能，
On the Dharma seat, I can do it.
在走路
When I
我也能，
walk, I can also do it.
在开车我也
When
能
I'm。driving, yes, I can too.
开车啊，看到红灯，
When I see
眼
red
睛
light,
稍微闭起来一下，
I close my
直到
eyes
后面的车子用喇叭叭，
until the car behind me honk me.
我才知道
Then I
自
would
己
know
入深定之中，
that I was in deep
所以赶快把车
meditation.
子开走。
And then I would
人
quickly
家绿灯啊，我还是
drove
停在
away
那里。
because the light turned
我
green.
们不能讲这个，这是开玩笑
That
的，
was a joke, of
是
course.
跟大家开玩笑。所谓的定自在王菩萨，
And the so-called meditation self-mastery king Bodhisattva,
维摩诘舍利佛曾经在一个树林里面打坐，
Vimalakirti
维摩诘进来，
Sariputra was meditating in the woods one time, and Vimalakirti approached him and asked, Sariputra, what are you doing?
讲我在这
Sariputra
里
replied,
禅定。
I'm meditating here.
维摩诘就笑舍
And
利弗，
Vimalakirti laughed at him.
你呀，吃百家饭。到此去
You
化缘，吃百家饭。
eat
你没有
from
帮助众生，
almsgiving. You
跑
receive
到这个森
alms
林里
from
面，一
hundreds
个
of
人坐在那里
households,
枯
and
坐，
you don't help them.
对
Instead,
众生
you
有
sit
利益
all
吗？
by yourself, sitting there
你一个人跑到深山
in deep
岩洞里面，
mountain.
一个
Is
人
there
跑
any
到
benefit to
树林的
sentient
深处，
beings? You
在
go
那
to
边打坐，
caves or
你
in
对众生有什么利益？
the woods and meditating. Is there benefit to sentient
你
beings?
应该到这人间的地方，到有人的地
You
方去
should go to where people
帮助
are
他们
and help them,
去弘法，去帮助他们，这个才是利益众生。
spread the Buddha Dharma, to help them. Only this way you
有
benefit
没有些
sentient
想
beings.
禅定不像你
That's
这个
what
样子，
Vimalakirti said.
那不是禅定。
Meditation is not like you.
这个
That's
定呢，
not meditation.
主要的意义在这里。今
So
天
the
跟大
key
家讲，
meaning of meditation is this. Listen,
就是
I'm telling you
坚
today,
固不动，
is that you're
叫做
strong
定。
and unperturbed.
坚
That's
固不动，
called
叫做定。
meditative stability.
它的意义在这里哦，
That's the
坚
meaning.
固不
Strong
动。
and unperturbed or
菩
unmoved.
萨大部分呢，到了第8地，
Most
才算是真正
bodhisattvas
的不动地。什么叫不
are
动
only
地？
unmoved when they reach the
就
eighth
是他
ground or the
已经
immovable
形成
ground.
真正的菩萨，
And
不会
what
再
it
退
means
转，
is that they have become true bodhisattvas. They are
这叫做
non-regressing.
不动。
That's called unmoved.
所以你信佛，我是佛教徒，
You believe in the Buddha, you're a
你
Buddhist,
到时候你就退了初心。
but
刚刚开始的时候
perhaps
你
you
信仰很
abandon
深，
it.
以
In the
后你就会
beginning, you are
渐渐的
devoted,
淡了，
and then
甚至就不再修
gradually
法了，那就是要退
it's
转。退转了都还没
getting
有到
less
不
and
动
less,
地。
and then you don't practice anymore, and that's called you have regressed.
要能够
If you
持之以恒的，
regress, then that's
那
not
个才是叫
immovable
做
ground.
不退转，
Only the one that can
就是不动。
stay and
这里所讲的
persevere,
不
that's
动，
called
并不是呆坐
non-regressing.
在那里不动。
Only then is called unmoved.
你
Unmoved
的
doesn't
信
mean
心
that
非
you're
常的坚
physically
固，
unmoved.
也就是
It
说，你
means
对
that
于
your faith and
成就
commitment is extremely strong
不会退转。
toward attainments, very
那什么
strong.
叫不动呢？
You would never abandon or
任何
digress
环
from it.
境里面
So what is the
都不能够
immovable
动摇你的心念。
or unmoved
这个
is
叫做
any
不动。
circumstances can ever
禅中有一句
move
话
or
讲：
change your faith
佛来杀
and your
佛，
mind.
魔来杀魔。
So
佛显现
the
在你
Buddha
面前，
said that the Buddha kills the Buddha and the Mara
你
kills the
心也
Mara.
不动。
So even when the Buddha appears in front of
魔
you,
显
your
现在你
mind
面
is
前，
unmoved.
你心也不动。
Even and then if a
不是真正
Mara
去
or
杀他，
demon appears right
不
in
是说
front of
佛
you,
来
you're
了，我
also
就拿一
unmoved.
把
It's
刀
not
把佛
true
砍。
killing, okay? It's not like the Buddha
魔
comes
来了，
and
我
you
就拿一
use
把
knife
刀
to kill
把
him
魔砍。
or to kill the demon.
那
No,
是你心动，
that's because your
你
mind
心动，
moves.
因为佛来了，你
Because the
心里
Buddha
动，
comes and your
这
mind
不是
moves,
佛，就把它砍。
and oh,
魔
it's
来
not a
了，
Buddha.
我说这不
Oh,
是
it's a
魔，
demon.
我会把它
Then you
砍。
kill them.
这意思就讲
So
所谓的
what it
定，就是不
means
动，
in this meditative stability is
你不会受
unmoved,
这尊佛的影响，
is
也不受魔的影响，不
you're
受所有
unaffected
环
by
境一切
a
的事
Buddha
情
or
的
by
影响。
Mara or by any circumstances.
你遭遇到最悲惨的事情，
When you
你
encounter
也
the
能够定，
worst kind of situation, you're still
这才
in
是
meditative
真正的坚
stability.
固的不动。
Only then that would be called being
当然啦，
strong
这
and
个
unmoved,
人
immovable.
在悲伤的时候，当然也会真情流露，
Of course, when you are grieving,
也不
you
能
can
讲
show
说
your emotion. So
他
you
这样
cannot
子就是
say
动了。
that such an expression
事
is
实上，很多事情
being moved.
我们会很欢喜，同时
In
有时候也会
reality,
很悲伤。
sometimes we would feel happy about certain
有时
things
候
or
也
very
是很
sad
悲
about
伤，因为
other
人
things
道毕竟是
because
有
we are
情
human
嘛，
beings after
有
all.
情
We
众
have
生嘛。
emotions and feelings. That's why we are
但
called
是在修
sentient
行的过
beings.
程当中，你要经
But
过
in the
很多的
process
历
of
练，
spiritual cultivation, you will go through many
最后终于
trainings,
你能够坚固
and then
不动。
eventually you would become very strong and
所以佛
unmovable,
来不动，
immovable.
魔来也不动。
So whether a
所
Buddha
以
comes or a
你
demon
中了乐透
comes,
奖，
you're unmoved.
你心就
If
动
you
了。
win lotteries and your mind
你
moves,
最亲近的人迁化了，
if your closest
你心也
loved
会动。
one is cremated or
但
died,
是你能够保
your
持
heart will
不
also
动，
move.
能够好像是
However,
说中了乐透，
even if you
我
win a
们只是
lottery,
很安稳，
you're
也不觉得
still
什么，
stable
然后把这些钱
And
布施出去。
unperturbed, and then you donate your money.
亲人迁化了，你要自己
Or when
想，
your loved ones die,
他早晚也要迁化了，
you think that
自己也
sooner
要
or
迁化，
later they will die. Sooner or
也
later
不
you
用
will
过于
die.
太于悲动，
There's no need to be too
能够好好的把亲
grieved,
人
too
那个
sorrowful,
接引到
and
后
then you
国净土
do
去，
and let
也不用
your
太
loved ones to be
太
birth delivered
悲
to
伤，
Pure Land.
遇到事情
No need to
能
be
够
too
镇静，
sad.
这
So
个
you
定
can still be calm
定
and
自在
stable
王
no
菩
matter
萨。
what you encounter. So that's meditative stability and
所以
meditation
不管如
self-mastery
何，
king
你
bodhisattva.
的心呐，就是很平静的。
So no matter what, your mind is always calm
这是定
and
自在
even.
王菩萨，他已经得到了最高的定的
So
境界，
this is
也就是一
Bodhisattva
切
who is
事
the
情
king in self-mastery of
坚
meditative
固不
stability.
动。
He's reached the highest
但是我
realm
们知道
that
啊，
he's
这娑婆
strong
世
and
界其实都
immovable
是在动，没有一个不动的。
in any
娑婆世界一直
circumstances.
在动，
But we
生
know in
死
samsara
生灭
everything is
没
moving.
有不动的，
Lives and
也
deaths
没
keep
有
moving. Nothing is
坚固的。
unmoved and nothing is
只要
strong.
是人，没有所谓的坚固。
As long
有一
as
天
you're a
这
human
个身体
being
会
or
败坏，
as humans, there is no such
有一
thing
天
as
年龄到了，
solidity
他就会走。
that one
或者
day
是有了病，
things
他就会
deteriorate.
这个身体就没有了。
One day people die. One day the bodies are gone due to illnesses.
所以是我们看生死牵流，生跟死
So
就
life
是一直
and
在变
death
化。
keep
你以为我今天没事，
changing,
其实你今
transforming.
天已经死了几个细胞，
You
你
think
不
you're
知道。
fine today, but maybe some cells have
其实你已
died.
经有
You're not
细胞
aware
在
of it.
死亡。有
Actually,
一
some
天
of your
细胞
cells have
死的
died.
过多了，
But one day, when too many cells
那就是
die,
得到 cancer。
then that's cancer.
到最后，你就全部的细胞全部都死
And then, at the end, all your
还有脑的细
cells
胞
die.
啊，死了很多脑的细胞。今天用了多少细胞死了？
Or the
今天
brain
哪里
cells
脑
have
细胞
died.
每天都在
Today,
生死之中，
you've used them and they
生死
die.
变
So
化不
living
停，
and
天天都在
dying
变
are
化，
all
天天都
interchangeable.
在迁化，只是
So
你没有感
days,
觉而
every
已。
day is ever changing. Every day things are dying. You just don't,
啊，你了解了这个
you're
事
not
情以
aware
后
of，it.
但是你的心是坚固的，
Once you know this,
你的
and your
心灵是
mind
坚
is
固
still
的，
strong
不退转的，
and
那么你一
non-regressing,
切都是自在的，不
and
被人家
everything
牵着走的。
is, you have self-mastery,
这
you're
个叫做
not
定自
led
在。
or affected by
我
other
们晓
people.
得很学佛的人
Then
都懂
that's
得
called
随缘自在。
self-mastery in meditative
你
stability.
缘分怎么来
As
了？
Buddhists, we know that
你
we
还是
have
自在。
self-mastery in
像我们在
whatever
餐馆，
affinities we are in.
我们在图书馆吃
Whatever
饭，
affinity occurs,
最
you're
近
still
有这个莲
at
明法
ease.
师，
Like when we
他是
eat
学
at
这个烹饪
our dining hall, we have Reverend
Iwa.
Lian Ming, who had
他是以
studied
前日本餐馆
culinary,
他是做日本餐馆的
And we have Eva, who owned Japanese restaurant. So she expressed all her culinary expertise in the kitchen, and also other people who are helping, many of them. They help Reverend Lien Ming and Eva. And together they create wonderful meals.
不像早期啊，我们在吃这个图书馆的菜。
Not like early times. We had problem this day, and then
煮的汤是冬瓜。
The next day it would be like frogs and melon cup. And then inside the pot there's like one frog floating in the water. And we've never seen such thing before.
真的以前的那个是那个真的煮出来的东西是不能吃的。
The food they prepared was inedible, but we still lived on. We did not despise them. And some day it was good and we praised them. And some days it was bad. We didn't say anything. Right? But we still went with the flow. So whatever food they prepared, that's what we ate. Or whatever food they prepare, we eat them. I never asked for like certain food. I want to eat this. Never. So I just go with the flow according to the affinity with the kitchen. So whatever food they prepare, that's what we eat. I'm just talking about that table, okay? And they're also outside, the Reverend Lien Kwan, who prepared pretty good food, as we saw. So the food recently is much better, has been improved. In the past, we even ate garbages, and we swallowed them all. And we still eat them. So because we followed the affinities, how can we be fussy? It's good enough that we have food to eat. That's why we just go with the flow. What we eat, what we wear, and whatever they give us, that's what we use. The same with the Lama outfit. We just follow the affinity. Food, clothes, houses, and cars, vehicles, whatever cars offered to me, I drive. In the past, I also drove Toyota. That was good enough. When I just got to America, the first time I drove, it was called Mercury, similar to Ford, Mercury. Because whatever what will be. The same with my house. I have lived in the what's that called, illegal housing, or a tiny house for 200,000 NT dollars. What house can you buy? But to me, that was like, this is a human paradise, because we moved out from that illegal housing. So I just followed my affinity. And we have lived in grand houses, and we have lived in tiny houses, and even illegal house. And I did not. I did not despise it, and because it's on top of the ditch, so the sound of the water was very comforting, like the sound of rains, and then the water would get in, and it was cooling, it was comfortable. So it felt like a paradise. So whether I lived in that illegal house or in a luxury home, it's the same. So you can be at ease and comfortable in any place, any circumstances, then you would have this meditative stability. That's why I can handle any situation, any circumstances. Like if I have to live in that illegal housing anymore, I mean now, it'd be fine. You know, the house is not on the ground. It was built on top of a ditch. So they just put a board and then add a little bit of dirt, and then they just put some walls. That's when we had no money. I did not have cars then. And then we bought a couple of like motorcycles, and we can put like a basket. Oh, bicycles. We had 2 bicycles, one for me, one for Simu. I carried for Qing, and Simu carried for Qi. And then we had a basket in front and placed the kid there. At that time, the happiest moment was to Simu cook mung bean soup, and then we took for Qing from the illegal housing and brought for Qing to Taichung Park and strolled there. And then when we got hungry, we drank the mung bean soup. Oh, that was such an enjoyment, the greatest enjoyment in life. Never been happier ever since. You know, from the illegal housing, carrier for Qing, and then strolling at the Taichung Park. That was such a great enjoyment. So we were at ease in any circumstances. That's how it is. So now you understand what self-mastery is all about, or being at ease. And we follow whatever affinities that arise, and then we live our days with ease and with self-mastery. And you're never afraid of, scared of anything you encounter. That is called meditation. So meditation is not sitting there, but it means you're already very solid, strong, and sturdy, and you're unmoved, unperturbed. That your mind has reached the state of immovability, and you're non-regressing. That's immovable. And you can go with the flow and have self-mastery. Like what Confucius said. You know, his disciple was called Yan Hui. When the house was leaking, he was still playing the lute.
所以那就是自在啊。
That means he had self-mastery. He was at ease.
所以我们要懂得什么叫做随缘自在。
So we need to understand what is going with the flow and being at ease, also with
你
self-mastery.
能够随缘自在，然后达到禅
And
定最高
meditation means you're unmoved
的
and
境界，
solid.
禅定最高的境界。
And meditation
这
and
就是我们
self-mastery
这个菩萨叫做定自在
and
王
the
菩萨。
king, which means you reach the highest realm. And that is
所以我跟大
meditation,
家解释了
self-mastery,
什么叫做
king
定自在王
bodhisattva.
菩萨。
Or the bodhisattva who is the king
你要
in
一个字
self-mastery of
一个字
meditative
讲啊，
stability.
定
So we need to explain
坚
that
固
word by word. Meditation
非
means
常的坚固，
solid,
而且不动，
extremely sturdy and
不退
unmoved
转，坚固不退
and
转，
non-regressing.
能够随缘自在，
And
这
you
样子
can
到禅
go
定最
with the
高的境界
flow，
这一种
and
就是王，
at
最高的
ease
境界就是王。这个菩萨
and
叫做定
unhindered.
自在王菩萨。
And when you reach the highest realm, that's called a king.
定
And
自在王
this
菩萨并不是叫你
such a
坐在
realm
那
is called
禅定
meditation,
啊，你
self-mastery,
已经是
king
定自在王。
bodhisattva.
你如果说好，
So
我现在要禅定，
this meditation,
那
self-mastery,
你
king
就是
bodhisattva
有
doesn't
心
mean
要
you
禅
sit
定，
there in
那
meditation.
不叫定。
If you say, oh, I want to meditate now, because you
定是在
meditate
不
with
知不觉
intent,
之
that's
中。
not called meditation, because the real meditation is
你要禅
without
定，就是
awareness.
定不下去。你心里想还有
If
这个
you
定字的话，
think
那就不是定。
of this word meditation,
心
then
中
that
没有
is
这个
not
定，
meditation. When
而
you
事实上
have
你已经是坚固
meditation
不
in
坏，
your mind or in your heart,
到了
and
最上层的
you're
境界，
already very solid and
而且
sturdy,
还能够随
and
缘自在。
then you reach the highest realm, and you can go with the flow and
所以
with
你不能
ease,
受环境所影响。这个维摩
with
诘
no
跟我讲，
hindrances.
你如果受
That's
某一个
why
人影响的，
you cannot be
都不是
affected
定。
by anything. If you're affected by
连一个人
anything
都
or
不能够影
anybody,
响你的，
that's not called meditation. Not even a single
你今
person.
天呢、你什么叫做定啊？我举一个例子
So
讲。
what is meditation? Let me give you an example.
有一个人跟我讲，
Someone
师尊，
told me,
你为
Grandmaster,
什么没有把我看
Sister,
成空气？
why you treat me like
没有跟
air?
我招手，你跟这边的
You
人也
don't
招手，跟那
wave
边
to
的人
me.
也招手，独独
So
没有跟我招手。
you raise your palms to people here, to people there, but
为
not
什
to
么？
me. Why?
他来问我为什么你
She
眼
asked
睛中
me,
没有我，
you did
你
not
对
look
那
at
个人
me.
笑没有对我笑，
You smile at her, but not to me.
那你这个人还不到定，
Then you have not reached
你
meditation.
已经受我的影响了。
You have been affected by me.
一个得定的人不受任何人影响。
One with the meditative stability will not be affected by
你
anybody.
看我在问事情呢，
When I give
任何
spiritual
人进来，
consultation, anybody
我都是很镇定，
is coming, I'm still
我会回答
in
你的问题，
meditative
一
stability.
样一样跟你
I
回
will
答，
give you answers to
也不敢
your
疏忽你，
questions
不管你
one
包
by
多少
one.
钱，长得都丑的，
It doesn't matter how
我
ugly
也是
you
一样跟
are.
你问的。
I treat
你
you the
长得再
same
美
way.
丽的，也是
It
那个
doesn't
时间，
matter how beautiful you are, I also give you the same time.
对不对？不管你在我的这个问事房放屁，我还是要忍耐。
It doesn't matter if you fart in my
对不对？
consultation
你在问
room,
事
I
房
still
忍
need to
不住
endure
了，
it
呜，
because you couldn't hold
还好
it,
现在
so
都有
you
戴口罩，
farted. Good things we wear
我还
masks
是
these
忍着，
days.
还要是跟你问呐。
I had to hold
我
myself
不
and
会说，哎，
still
你
give
放
you
屁你就要出
answers.
去。
I
不
never
会，
said
不
that,
受屁
hey,
的影响。
because you farted, please get out. I was not
随
affected
缘
by the
自在啊！
farts. I
你
was
穿着那个
still
你的臭袜子进来，那袜子好多
go
天
with
没
the
有洗。
flow, and I'm still at
你
ease.
穿着你的臭袜子
Or
进
you
来，一
walked
进来，
in with that
哇，满
smelly
屋子都是
socks,
你
and
的
the
臭袜
whole
子味道，
room was smelly, stinky.
很沉稳的帮
But I
助。
was still very calm and give you
我曾经问过
consultation.
一个人，
One time, I give consultation to someone with a strong body odor, which that was extremely horrible. I held my breath. And yet I still had to give you consultation. I did not ask you out. That, hey, can you wash first and come back? No, I didn't. But some people, even after they wash, they still had the odor. So I just followed the affinity and still with ease. So it doesn't matter how much offering, doesn't matter how they look, and I'm still calm and at ease in whatever I encounter. Like those from Chicago, Zhang Qiang.
有一个芝加哥的黑道的头子，黑道的头子来问事。
There was a gangster head that came for spiritual consultation. I took a look and knew, a gangster, mafia. And there were three of them. One is the gangster's boss, the other one is like the gangster's right-hand man, and one in a formal outfit was a businessman. They were all from Chicago. Does Zhang Qiang know them? Do you know one retired mafia boss? Cantonese, pretty tall. I don't know how to describe him. I knew immediately when I saw him. I give him consultation, and they even made meal offering. These three people together. One businessman, one mafia boss, and then his right-hand man. They came together, and I helped them too. I told him directly, "You are in the mafia." And he said, "Yeah, that's right, but I retired." But people still are still afraid of him. Because when he showed all the weapons. At that time, he carried, he had wounds of knives and guns, bullets. And I still give consultation, all the same, following the affinities. Although my heart beat a little more, maybe if I say things too directly, or he didn't like it, and then he would hit me. That's meditation, self-mastery king. And they go with the flow with anything, in any circumstances. Grandmaster has encountered all kinds of disciples. Many of my disciples were also gangsters in Taiwan. And they also had their problems. And then they told Grandmaster, "Let me carry your bag for you." And he did. And he accompanied me for feng shui consultations every day. And then one day he said, "Okay, no more." And then he just threw my bag back. And I asked him, "Where are you going?" And he said, "I'm going back to the mafia." So I just let him. And he left. I have many disciples from all walks of life. I know
那时候
from
廖龙辉是很有名的。
Liao Longhui
他出兵的
is
时
the
候，
mafia in Taiwan.
全台中市
The
的所有的官员全部
gangster,
集，
the mobster.
各省市的
When
全部
he
都来
was for his
送廖龙辉。
funeral, all kinds of
场面非常壮大。
people from
还有
all
龚
walks of
明呢，
life came.
老外龚明呢，我也见过，他跟市长一起
Gong
请我
Min.
吃饭。
I've
那时候
met
市
these
长
people
是陈
too.
奎淼，
Together with the mayor,
陈奎淼
invited me
跟
for
龚明呢，
meal.
跟我
Chen Kui
我们一
Miao,
起吃饭。
Gong Ming and
市
I.
长跟大窝的大流
See,
氓
so the
一
city
起请我
mayor
吃饭。
with the mobster invited
Gong Min
me
呢，
for dinner.
哎，他们大窝帮大湖帮有3个老大，
There
其
were
中我见过
three
2个。
big bosses in this mafia group, and I met 2 of them.
师尊也是度众生随缘自在。
So, because in Grandmaster's deliverance of sentient beings, Grandmasters just follow the course of nature and follow the affinities and be at ease at any circumstances. So that is meditation self-mastery
不
king,
惊不怖，
or a king in self-mastery of meditative stability.
不惊不怖，一直
Never
在禅定之中，做
be
任何事
scared
都
or
是专一，
affected
非常的专一，
in any
非常的认真，
circumstances, and
非
in
常的
whatever
认
they
真，
do, they're
不受
very
任何人影
focused,
响，
very hardworking,
不要受
conscientious,
哪
and
哪一个同门影
unaffected
响。
by
你们
anybody,
现在啊，
not
如
by any
果受
disciple,
哪一个
fellow
同门影响，我不
disciples.
跟这个人讲话，
If you
你就
say,
受这个人
I
影
don't
响，
want to talk to that person, that means you're affected by that
懂
person.
吗？
Do you
你就是
understand?
不是在定中，
Then you don't have
我
meditative
很讨厌
stability.
你，你就
Oh,
受那个讨
I
厌的
don't
人影
like
响。
you. That means you're affected by the
我
person that
吃
you
你
don't
的醋
like.
你也受那个
Oh,
人的
I'm
影响。
jealous of that
我
person.
嫉
Then
妒你
you're
也
affected
是
by
受这个人
that.
的影响。
Or you're
你
envious
修
of
行要
someone,
到
then you're affected by that
任
person.
何事都是
You
随
need to
缘自
cultivate
在，
spiritually that you
要
can
懂得这
be
样子。
at ease and have self-mastery and go with the flow in whatever you encounter. You should be able to reach that.
那个叫做定。
That is called meditative
如
stability.
果我心中还有讨厌的人，
If you
那
still have
我
someone
卢
you
生
don't
尊
like in your
就不
mind,
是定。
then Grandmaster
我不
Lu
能够讨厌
has
任
no
何一个
meditative
人，
stability.
不
I
能够
cannot dislike
对任何一个
anybody.
人的有所反应，或者是怎么样子，没有
Like I
一视
am totally
平等，
unaffected
所
by
有的
the
弟子一律平等。
responses or anything from anybody. And
不受任
everybody
何
is
弟子的
equal.
影响，
All disciples are equal.
或者人家
I'm
骂你一
totally
句话，
unaffected by the
你就想了
disciples.
3天，
If someone scolds you
就气
and
得要死，
it's
天
on your
天在
mind
气
for
这个
3
人，
days and
3
you're
天，
really upset about it,
那
about
就
that
你就
person
这
for
3
3
天
days,
就是不定。
then during those 3 days you
任
have
何
no
人讲你什
meditative
么，诽谤你
stability.
什么什么，
Doesn't
或
matter what
怎么样
someone
子，
says,
都
what
不能够
they
影响你。
slanders, whatever, it's totally
这个就是定。
not affecting you. That's
所以你们
meditative
学佛的要记
stability.
住了，啊，学佛的要记
So
住。
as Buddhist practitioners,
不管
remember,
你如果还有人能够影响你，
if there's
或者
still
是对
anyone
你
that
讲的
can
话，你
affect
心里
you,
产生反感或者怎么样，
or you
这是
don't
不定。
like certain words somebody says, that means no meditative
什么事情你
stability.
都可以接受。
You can absorb anything.
这个才是叫做定。
Only
定自
then
在
it is called meditative
自在。
stability.
你在任何面前，
That is a king in
我今天谁
self-mastery
来
of meditative
坐在那个
stability.
餐桌，我今
In
天就不
front
来，
of anybody, any
那
circumstances.
你
Or
就
if
受
you
这
see
个人影响。
someone at the dining table
你就
and I don't want to go there,
真
then you're
正定的
affected by
人不
that
受任何
person.
人影响。
That's not
跟
meditative
大家讲，
stability.
稍微讲，
But the
让大家
person
知
in
道一点，这个
real
是别的法师不
meditation
会
or
讲。
with real meditative
讲
stability
这一句
would
话，
be
定是
stay
在王菩
unaffected.
萨，别的不会
This
讲。
explanation
不会
will
讲
not
得
be
那么样。
given by any other people. This
所以
is what I'm
你
explaining today.
什么叫做定？
What is meditation? Oh, by sitting there.
那是骗人。
That's a lie.
真正的定，
A true
任何人
meditation
都好。
is that everybody is fine, is good.
我常常有时候有人来，我说
Someone comes
你还跟这个人讲话吗？
and I would ask, are you in talking terms with that person?
不想见他。
And they reply, I don't want to see them.
你要去跟他
I
讲
don't
话，
talk to them. And said, that's wrong. You should talk to
而且
them.
你要见他，
You should meet
你要
them.
自在。
You should have self-mastery. You should be at ease. Only then, that's
大
called
家都是同样的活性，
meditative stability. No big deal.
这个人再坏
Everybody is
也
Buddha
是同样的
nature.
活性，再好
Doesn't
也
matter
是
how
同样的
bad
活
a
性，
person is, it's a Buddha
面
nature.
孔再漂
How
亮也
good
是
a
同
Buddha
样的活性，
nature.
面孔再丑
Beautiful
也是
face
同
or
样的活
ugly
性。
face, all the same Buddha nature.
这样懂得定，
Now you understand about meditation and meditative
Om Mani
stability.
Padme Hum.
You should know Om Mani Padme Hum.